Okay, this is the US and World Population Clock website, and you can access it here. And I also have it on our resource information page. And what it's doing is actually, as you see, it's moving around. It is slowly showing you the US population and at the same time the world population. It uses the census information from April of 2010 and other statistical measures. But this is what the students will see when they first go to this website. So it talks about how there's a birth every 8 seconds, a death every 12 seconds. So this will constantly change, and this is in real time. Now I'm going to scroll down, and you notice that you can select a date to find out what the US population was on such and such a date. This one actually says July 4th, 2014, there were 318 million people, a little bit over 318 million people. Now, it also provides students with, this is what we call a age structure population chart, and they'll learn that in the environmental science class, but you can also teach them these type of graphs in other classes. Now, when you scroll down further, it has here the most populous cities in different states, and you could click on them, or you can also find the highest density, and then they'd be right there. Now, I'm scrolling down further, this just so you can see how you can use this. This also explains a little bit of how they've come up with this population clock and the population estimates. Now, for students to do a lesson, a couple of days lessons with this, we use the international database because you want to teach them how to compare different countries. Sure, you can also use the US population, and you should, and have them choose different years, but you should also have them use the international database so that they can also look at different countries. So I'm clicking on it so that you can see what your parameters are when you choose this. If you want to know more about the methodology, you can click on here as far as how they came up with the international database. You select the type of report you want, and right here it says demographic overview, but if I open this, you see you have other choices. You can choose fertility rates, you can get components of population growth, you choose what you want them to do. You could do population by youth age groups, and you can also have them do a population pyramid graph. Now, you can choose up to 25 years at the same time. Like you can scroll and you can go as low as 1950, and you can just pick different years. You can pick 1968, hold your shift button, and then it'll do that. So you could just choose whatever you want. You can select one or more countries or areas of interest. So you scroll through here as a teacher, you choose the list of countries that you would like your students to learn about. That way you can have them pick a state in the United States or a different year of the whole US, and then compare it to the same year, and then choose one of these countries so they can learn how to compare and contrast the different the US with another country. You can also show individual country data only, or you can show aggregated region data, or you can show both. So I'm just going to pick just because it's right there, and let me choose China, since we know that's heavily populated. If you choose one of these regions, it will show different areas to compare, more developed countries, less developed countries, and you should, if you're teaching an environmental science class, you should have them learn a little bit about developed countries as well as developing countries, is what we call them now. So I'm going to hit submit just so you can see the kind of data we will get. So the international database shows in 1976 the mid-year population in thousands. So in math, you would go 932,589 times 1,000 to get that information. Whether you're teaching a social science class or environmental science class, or mathematics, you need to explain all this and show the students to demonstrate what you're expecting from them. And notice that the demographic indicators went from 1976 all the way to a projected 2025. And right now it's showing 2015, and you can see from 1976 to 2015 it has increased considerably, but notice it isn't really increasing that much between 2015 to 2025, and that's 10 whole years. But anyway, that's what this population clock does, and it's an excellent tool for teaching human population studies. And I just wanted to show you this because it's much easier just to show it to you than to explain it.